Hello, friends. Welcome to Life Class with Ayum. I'm excited to be with you today. So, thank you so much for joining me. This is my Pain Your Game Ministries, and this is that place where we learn those practical things that can help to stop or at least alleviate the pains that we go through in life. This month, I've been speaking on the subject of making a difference. And last week, I started by asking, can I make a difference? Can you make a difference? And I told you that the answer, of course, is a capital yes, a big yes. Yes, you can make a difference. So if you missed last week's teaching, I encourage you to visit our YouTube channel, My Pain Your Game Ministries, or visit our Facebook page, My Pain Your Game Ministries, so that you can catch up on that video. And while you are there, if you have not yet subscribed to us on YouTube or liked us on Facebook, please do that immediately. Because each time you do that, when we come live like this or when we upload any new material, you'll be notified. And when you subscribe on YouTube, don't forget to turn on the notification button. It has the sign of a bell. Just click on it to turn it on. And when you do that, it will notify you. But if the notification is off, you may not be notified when we come live or when we upload the new material. So once again, thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to be still continuing on the subject of making a difference. And today specifically, I'm going to be speaking on how to make a difference. How to make a difference. Last week was, can I make a difference? And we established that yes, every one of us can make a difference. And today now we are looking at how can I make a difference? How can I make a difference? I want you to realize that you will not be able to make a difference in everybody's life. We have billions of people living on this planet Earth, and there's no human being that can make a difference in everybody's life. But you can make a difference in somebody's life. You can make a difference in somebody's life. And I think that should be a consolation for you, because many times when we talk about making a difference, people look at the whole wide world. They look at the enmity of the problems in the world, the needs in the world, and they feel overwhelmed and they just want to go back to their own little share because they feel, who am I? There's just so much happening. There's just so much to be done. What can my little effort make in all that is going on in the world? But I want you to realize that evil continue to triumph when good people do nothing about it. The injustices in the society, the lack in the society, the sicknesses and all manner of evils that go on in the society continue to be on the increase when you and I hold back and we do nothing about it. But when we all begin to do our own little bit, you find that it is now making a difference. So yes, you can make a difference. I've said that, but how now can I make a difference? That is what I'm trying to establish today. So when you now know that I may not be able to make a difference in everybody's life, but at least I can make a difference in somebody's life. It starts with just one person at a time. If I'm able to help one person at a time, I have made a difference in somebody's life. And who knows who that person can also make a difference in. And then that is how it's like a chain reaction that continues to multiply. And before we know what's happening, everybody in the world is touched, because one person is touching another person, and that person is also touching another person. So yes, you can make a difference in people's life when you focus on one person at a time. And then another thing again that you can do to narrow it down, to make it easy for you to begin to make a difference, because I'm speaking on how can I make a difference, is by looking at those areas of your pain and or your passion. I say pain and or your passion because the area of your pain can be the area of your passion. But sometimes the area of your passion may not necessarily be an area of pain for you. And I will give you an example of what I mean by this. For me, what I'm doing right now, my Pain Your Game Ministries, is because of areas that I have experienced pain. I have known what it is to have sleepless nights because of the emotional trauma that you are going through. I've known what it is to lose a loved one. I've known what it is to struggle with a situation that looks hopeless and you don't know what the future holds. And I remember in my book, he gave me comfort. I made a statement. I said, will I ever smile again because of the issues that I was going through, because of the challenges that was confronting me? But you look at me now and you see me always smiling. If I don't tell you my story, you may not even know what I have been through because it doesn't even show on me. And that is what, so when I'm doing what I'm doing right now, it's an area of pain, which have also become an area of passion for me. And the reason why it became an area of passion for me is because I love to bring comfort to people. I love to bring hope to people. I want to be an encourager. That is just what my heart desires. And that is the area I look to make a difference. So if I can bring you a word of comfort, if I can bring you a word of hope, if I can make you to realize that there is hope at the end of the tunnel, it is not over as long as you still have life in you, then I know that I have made a difference. If I can put a smile on somebody's face by me just smiling at them, I know that I have made a difference. That is why I tell you that it is not big things that make a difference, but the little efforts that we make every now and then, and with one person at a time, that truly makes a difference. So yes, you can make a difference in the area of your pain. So what is it that you have been through? What is that area that you've gone through pain? When you say pain, you know that, yes, I know that I have really been through pain in this area. What is that area? That area that you have been through pain makes you to understand that if I'm able to help somebody else in this area, I know what difference it will make in that person's life. Because the area that you went through pain, if there was somebody that was there for you, if there was somebody that helped to ease that pain, I'm sure you appreciated that person. I'm sure that person made a difference in your life. So you also can look at that area and begin to turn it around and say, okay, people that are going through what I went through, or people that are going through what I'm even going through right now, because sometimes you don't even have to wait until your pain is over before you begin to make a difference. So while you're even still going through that, you can now begin to take your focus off yourself and begin to look for people that are going through similar situations and set out to encourage them. And I want you to know that once you begin to make a difference in people's life, there's no way your light will not shine. Next week, I'm going to be talking to us more about the benefits of making the difference, and I'll talk more about that. But I want you to realize that even if you are hurting right now and you choose to help people that are going through the same kind of hurt, it will help you to even feel better. It will help you to heal faster. So yes, this is one of the ways that you can make a difference. Look for an area of pain, area that you have been through pain, or look for areas that sometimes there are things that easily just annoy us. You walk into somewhere and you don't like the way the place is arranged. You can make a difference in that place because now you know that maybe these people are not gifted in this area, and this is an area that I'm gifted in, and you can come in and begin to make a difference. So those things that annoy you, those things that are painful to you, are areas that you can start to make little difference. And then when you talk about making a difference in the area of passion, for me, communicating in this way is something that I'm passionate about. I'm somebody that loves to spread knowledge. I like to enlighten people. As a matter of fact, I say I have 4 E's that guide me in everything that I do. In my speaking, in my writing, these 4 E's guide me. One of the E's is that I am an encourager. Whatever I'm doing, I want it to be encouraging. I want whatever words that I speak, whatever things that I write to be encouraging. And then secondly, I like to enlighten people. I hate ignorance, and that is why I do what I can to get as much knowledge as I can get. And when I get that knowledge, I love to share it. I love to share the knowledge that I get. So I love to enlighten people. So whether it is in my teaching or speaking, or whether it is in my writing, I want to enlighten people. So that is my second E that guides me in whatever I do. And the third E is that I love to also evangelize. If I see something that has worked for me, I want to share that with people. So as I'm enlightening people, I'm also spreading the good news that, oh, this thing, if you try this, it will work for you. This is what I have tried and it has worked for me. And of course, as a child of God, having a personal relationship with Him, I have known how He has made a difference in my life. And I also want to share that with people. So when I'm speaking, when I'm writing, I want to pass that knowledge across. So those are areas that I'm passionate about. And of course, in what I'm doing as when I'm writing, I also I want people to be relaxed. I want them to enjoy it. So I want it to be a bit entertaining to them as well. So that it won't be like, yes, I'm under this duress. I have to learn this thing. I have to do this thing. I want it to be something that, yeah, it gives them hope. They are encouraged, but they also feel as if I'm enjoying this thing, is entertaining to me. So those are the 4 E's that guide me. And because of that, I am passionate about certain things. There are certain things that I'm passionate about, like communicating, like teaching in this way is something that I'm passionate about. And I believe that in doing that, I am making some difference in somebody's life. I am making some difference in somebody's life. Maybe for you watching this, there's something I have said that have helped you, and it has made a difference. I remember a couple of years ago, I was doing a series of teaching, and on that particular day, I was teaching on No More Tears. And No More Tears is actually a chapter that I wrote in my book, He Gave Me Comfort. Well, I was telling the story of how I was always crying because of the situation that had to do with my daughter. And then one day, because of a knowledge that I got, because of a revelation that I got, I told myself, no more tears. I didn't know the impact that word was going to have, but somebody wrote me a very lengthy message telling me how that have helped her, telling me that listening to me that day, she also was not going to cry again, because she had a situation that she was dealing with that related to her child as well. And she's always been crying and weeping and asking, oh, why God, why me, why is this happening? But when she heard that message, no more tears, she also determined that there will be no more tears in her life. And hearing such things give me encouragement. It helps me that, yes, I am making a difference. And I'm telling you this story not to impress you, but to impress upon you that you also can make a difference. And these are area, this is how you can make a difference. Look for an area of your pain and begin to use it to be people's gain. Just like the name of this ministry suggests, my pain, your gain. Look for an area that you are passionate, something that, an area that you just love to help people. This is where my heart is. For somebody, it's just maybe helping the homeless. For somebody, it is helping the elderly. For somebody, it is working with children. But whatever it is, make your life to count. Make your life to count. Set out to make a difference in somebody's life. Last week, I was telling us that set out to say that at the end of the day, I don't want it to be just my family members that are happy that I am alive. I want somebody else that is not even related to me to thank God for my life. That is the way you can make a difference. And then another thing I want you to realize in making a difference is that as you set out to make a difference, it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you something. I will not lie to you and tell you that, oh, when you want to make a difference, it's just easy peasy. There's no cost to it. There is a cost to it. But at the end of the day, it is a worthwhile cost. It is a worthwhile cost that when you pay it, you are happy. The venture that you are venturing in, the difference that you are trying to make is a worthwhile cost. And then that worthwhile cost is also the cost that you're going to pay for it is also worthwhile, because at the end of the day, the fulfillment that you get from making a difference is something that even money cannot buy. So when you set out to make a difference, it's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you time. But I'm not saying this to discourage you, but just knowing the cost prepares you to now set up yourself for success as you set out, as you go out to make a difference. Because when you realize now that, yes, it's going to cost me time, then you plan the time for it. Because when you think that, okay, this is not going to cost me anything, you don't make preparation. But when you realize that it's going to cost me time, then you make preparation. You may not have much time right now, but that is still not an excuse not to make a difference. So at the end of the day, even if it's 5 minutes a day that you schedule to make a difference in somebody's life, it is something. And then when you start to do 5 minutes a day, by the time you accumulate it at the end of the week, how many minutes will you have done? At the end of the month, how much impact will you have made? And you realize that because you set out just 5 minutes to make a difference in somebody's life, it's adding up, it's building up. And then you are actually looking back and seeing how much difference that you have made. But when you also look at it and say, oh, I don't have the time, then you continue to live your life and you are doing nothing and you're not making a difference in somebody's life. So I want to encourage you, set out to make a difference. This is how you can make a difference in an area of your pain, in the area of your passion, and also realizing that I need to set out time. I need to put it in my calendar. Whatever way I want to make a difference, I need to schedule it in my calendar, put it there, and make plans for it so that, yes, when it is that time, I know that this is my time to do something. I am conscious of it. It's not something I do accidentally. Because if making a difference is accidental to you, you will not do well at it because other things will take your time. There are so many things that are fighting for our time. And you realize that none of us actually have enough time. But when you discover that making a difference is a priority to you, you will schedule it into your time, and then you will also ensure that you use that time to do what you say you will do. Praise the Lord. There's this quote by Mahatma Gandhi that I want to share with you. It says, it is the action, not the fruit of the action that is important. It's the action you take, the determination you make that I'm going to make a difference, and then you set out to begin to do something. He said that is what it's important. You say you have to do the right thing. It may not be in your power. It may not be in your time that there will be fruit. But that does not mean you should stop doing what you need to do. You may never know the results from your action if you do nothing. But if you do nothing, there will be no result. So what I want you to get from here, this quote, what it meant to me is that it's your action, not the fruit of your action. So if I set out to make a difference in somebody's life, if it looks like nothing is working, if it looks like, sometimes you set out to do something, you're asking yourself, is this really worthwhile? Am I wasting my time? But I want you to know that you are not wasting your time. You are planting seeds. There are some seeds that take time to germinate. So when you keep smiling at people and it doesn't look like they're smiling back at you, don't stop. Keep at it. When you keep visiting the elderly and it doesn't look like they appreciate it, keep doing it. You are sowing seeds. So what Mahatma Gandhi is telling us is that sometimes it's not even in your time that you reap the fruit of what you have done. But as long as this is an area you have set out to make a difference and you keep doing it, which is the right thing, at the end of the day, the fruit will always come, the result will always come. But just have it at the back of your mind that it is not even the result that is important. It is the fact that I'm taking action. I'm doing something to make a difference. So thank you so much for listening to me today. I believe that you have gained something out of what I have shared. How can I make a difference? Go out now and begin to make a difference in that area that you have experienced pain, in that area that you are passionate about. The two may be in the same area, or your pain area may be different from even the area that you are passionate about. But whatever it is, set out to go and begin to make a difference and create the time for it to also do it. And as you do that, I believe that you see changes in your life, and you also see changes in the life of the people that you are making a difference in. So next week, I'm still going to continue on this, and I want you to join me because next week we're going to be discussing the benefits of making a difference. And then the last Saturday of the month, I'm going to bring in some people and we're going to be having a panel discussion on making a difference. You don't want to miss any of these teachings, so make it an appointment with us here at My Pain Your Gain Ministry at 1 p.m. UK time on Saturdays, and we'll be bringing you these exciting events, which I believe will be a great blessing to you. And then there's something that we are doing in December. We call it the Gratitude Challenge. The Gratitude Challenge. This is a challenge that I'm giving to every one of you that is watching or listening to me right now to do a 1 or 2 minute video where you are going to be sharing what you are grateful for in this year 2022. In this year 2022, what are you grateful for? Do a 1 or 2 minute video. It doesn't take you much. You don't even have to dress up. Just do a quick video on your phone and send it to the email address info@mypainyourgainministries.com, or send it to us by messenger on our Facebook page, or send it to me directly if you have my contact. And I assure you that you will be rewarded if you are one of the first 3 that sends in, or if your video is very impactful. I believe everyone will be impactful, but if you share, if you share something that people will look at and they say, wow, this is great, I identify with this, we have a lot of people that are voting for you, then you also win a prize. So let's do that gratitude challenge together as we round up this year. So I pray that God will be with you. I pray that God will strengthen you. I pray that God will open your eyes to the areas that He wants you to make a difference. And for anyone watching this who have never given their life to Jesus Christ, I pray that you will encounter God, that God will open your eyes to know Him on a personal basis. And actually, if you're watching this, you're not giving your life to Christ, you can even invite Him to come into your heart right now. It's just a simple prayer of saying, Lord Jesus, come into my heart. So if you can say that right now, I believe that you will become a child of God. And then you also begin to make a difference in other people's life. So once again, thank you so much for joining me, and God bless you. And I will see you again next week for another session of Life Class with Eyum. Until then, just stay blessed and continue to make a difference.
Are you going through a traumatic experience? Does all hope seem lost? Are you looking for a way out? Then these books are for you. Mama Grace. He gave me comfort through the storm. All by Eyum Ejiga. These books are available in paperbacks, Kindle versions, and audiobooks on all Amazon websites worldwide and other online bookstores. You can also find the audiobooks on Audible and iTunes. So take heart. These books will show you the way out of trauma to triumph. And you will have the last laugh.